Hello, Diaz here. Welcome back to another video of What's Up Doc. Today I would like to introduce you to a concept that our brand apply or utilizes to help our team maximize on their potential. And the principle of this approach or training style is to help, again, all the team members on our team to find their strength at work or find their personality strength in order to understand where their potential is and maximize on it. So we all took the tests, and me included, and my husband Ehab and all the associates. So the doctors are not exempt, or the owners are not exempt of taking that test, because it's really important to operate or explain or show the team that the doctors or the owner is part of the team, basically. So when I took the test, my number one strength was contacts, which is reflection on the past to learn about the present and make better decisions for the future. So I am a student of history. I love psychology and I love sociology. And growing up in Saudi Arabia, psychology was banned from the schools be taught in high school or college. So you couldn't even major in college in psychology or sociology. I think things have changed recently, and they are a lot more progressive in Saudi Arabia, which is a good thing, thank God. So, but when I was growing up, I was very much, because my aunt had, I think, a PhD in sociology, and I was very interested in studying different personalities and studying how we, if something happened around us, how did we end up with it, or how did we end up like this? I'm always curious about how the process of the human psychology, evolution of sociology and circumstances and condition led us to where we are right now. So the question I always ask, why are we who we are? And I always reflected on the past. I always looked for something in history to lead me or help me conclude why we are who we are. I'll give you a biggest example. So at age 14, my mom decided to give me a nose job. She did not like, being her first daughter and being the daughter that she's gonna marry first, marry off first, she was very, very concerned about my hook nose, basically. And she felt bad for me as a girl going through high school or going through college. To her was, unfortunately, like an imperfection. And she decided to, against my father's will, to schedule the surgery. We had to go to Beverly Hills, of course, California, in LA, in one of the top plastic surgeons back then in the 70s, to get the nose job. I was not favorite. I was very scared. I was very nervous. I didn't understand why she couldn't just accept me who I am. And why did that bother her so much? And actually, I went to my dad and told Dad, how could you pay for something like that to change what God gave me? Back then I was very spiritual. So he's like, well, it's better. It's good for you. It's better for you. Your mom, like, I spent a lot of time talking to your mom. Anyways, he convinced me it's okay. I'm going to be in very good hands. And it is what it is. So as a 14-year-old, of course, in that culture, you don't argue with your mom. You don't go against your mom. So I went and I got it done. And I just couldn't, I couldn't understand why. And she won't talk to me about it. She will just give me her own reasoning, but she will not spend enough time. She was very dismissive on trying to dig a little bit deeper and find the reason why she decided to do what she wanted to do. But anyways, as I got older, of course, I got over it. You know, as a kid, you get over a lot of things. And growing up, I could not understand what was it bothering her. Like there's something a lot deeper than just worrying about me that actually triggered her to take such an aggressive matter. Because if you know my mom, she's very conservative. She's not into all that, you know, superficial aesthetic, you know, you are who you are. She never really bought me new clothes. She didn't raise us to be very attached to superficial, you know, stuff like appearance and all that stuff. Believe it or not, look at me. It's like, maybe that's why I try to satisfy that lack of as an adult by, you know, like expressing myself with like fashion or whatever. But anyways, she was very, very artistic. She was very bohemian. She was very, and I like I said, I couldn't relate. She was always about like the natural things, stay natural, don't use makeup, don't cut your hair, don't like follow a trend, just wear whatever is comfortable. So all my actually principles, my personnel principle came from her, but that specific thing bothered her and I couldn't understand why. So as I grew up and I got to talk to her and, you know, kind of collect bits and pieces of what she's been through or the stuff that she knows or her experiences, I found out that she had a really good friend from Iran that had the same nose and they had a fallout. And she went back to Iran after living in Saudi Arabia and she never, you know, seen her before. So I guess she was sad and my nose reminded her of that friend. I guess it's not a good reason for it, but it is a reason. So obviously I don't hold it against her. She's my mother and I love her and she wanted the best for me, but that must have triggered something a lot deeper than just, oh, you know, I want to change your nose kind of thing. It's, so all I'm saying is with the new movement of canceling history or canceling the past because it hurts or it's because it's uncomfortable or because it wasn't right when it happened, I don't personally agree with canceling the past or changing. You cannot change history. History already have done. So whatever happened to me with this, I can't change that. I can't go back in time and change that. I would not hold it against my mom, mistreat her. I had to understand why she was so insistent on me getting that at such a young age. She didn't even wait until I was 18 or 19. She had to get it done at 14 years old. But if I did not dig deeper into her previous experience, I would have not understood or got some kind of closure on the fact that she insisted on getting that done. So I don't understand how we as a civilization and as a race, not as human or humanity, cannot accept the past the way it is and learn from it and try to draw conclusions of why we act the way we act and why we are the way we are. So which is fine. I mean, there's a lot of sad things that happen in history and we don't want to relive it, obviously, and we don't want to experience it again. It's horrid, you know, but the way we feel about it is because the past happened. And the way we are changing and evolving and modifying the way we treat each other and the way we live is because the past happened. So if I had children And I'm trying to tell them that, the world was fine, everything was fine. We canceled that part of information, we canceled that event, so you don't have to worry about it, so you don't have to look at it, you don't have to relive it, you don't have to learn it. That's fine. Moving forward, that child is going to become an adult, it's become a parent, it's going to become a grandparent. So what if they did something wrong? What if they ended up getting arrested or get involved with drugs or in a crime or correctional facility or a drug overdose? Anything that will stain their memory happened to them, or God forbid, in a car accident, got paralyzed. Do we erase their past because it was traumatic and ugly and tell them that, forget the past and just start from this point forward because it's better for you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually not to have that attachment to the past, or not to have the past available for you to, dip into and draw some kind of an experience or a learning lesson or a teaching moment from that? I don't know. I agree that, like I said, some things we would love to forget and we would like to forget and we should forget or we should not let it influence who we are right now. But that's how I don't know. It's really hard to detach us from our history, of our past. So I'm 52 years old. Do I go and burn all the pictures of the people that I was, in a good relationship with, but I'm not in a relationship right now because it was too traumatic for me? No, I don't. That's part of me. That's my history. That's my, childhood. Do I go and change the things that I didn't like? I didn't like the fact that I had to leave my country, I had to leave my home, I had to leave my family to go to college. No, because that experience made me who I am. So personally, and that's not a reflection on anybody or any movement, personally, I need my past and I need my history to constantly remind me how better I have done in my life because of that, because my past was my, ignition to do better and move forward and be a better person. But anyway, those are my thoughts. And again, I just wanted to hopefully send a concept of it, of what I think about it and how I feel about it. And hopefully it helps some of you guys. I would love to hear your thoughts. And that's it for today. So be well, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.